How's it going, crew? This is HappyDays and welcome to another Terraria 1.3 tutorial. In this episode we're going to be looking at crafting one of the extremely difficult items to get in the game, and that is the cell phone, which requires quite a few accessories. And oh my gosh, I've been collecting these since 1.3 landed because some of them you just have to wait for. They're traveling merchant items. But anyway, so what we're going to do in this episode is I'm going to show you how to craft it. I'm also going to give you some tips on collecting the components of it, because some of them you really can speed up your acquisition of them, and I've got a few tips and tricks for you to do that. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you need to craft is the GPS, and I've had my personal one since 1.2, and all you need is a compass, which drops from mimics, a gold watch, which you can craft from 10 gold bars, and a chain. And yes, on console you can just make it out of bars, I know. And a depth meter, which drops from cave bats. And I'm going to show you a really easy trick to get that one too. Alright, so you just chuck them in your inventory. And if you're at a workstation, you'll get the option to make your lovely GPS beautiful, fleeting, lovely. Okay, if you want to get a depth meter quickly, the easiest way to do it is to hook up a bat statue to a 1 second timer, and I just put them in a pit of lava, and pretty much as the bats spawn, and I'll just get rid of that wisp, as they spawn they pretty much die instantly, and eventually the depth meter will drop out of the bat. Okay guys, to get the compass I used one of my AFK mimic sort of farms, and basically what it does is it just makes mimics automatically come into your little trap here, and yeah, after you've ground enough of them you'll sort of get all the mimic loot over time. Incidentally, this also works for the nymph that carries the metal detector for the goblin tech that you need too. Okay guys, so next on our list of things to craft is the goblin tech. And as I was just explaining, the metal detector is dropped by the nymph in the cavern layer. So yeah, setting up a farm is really useful for her. And the DPS and stopwatch are sold by the traveling merchant. So unfortunately, just any time you see traveling merchant has arrived, go check out and see if he's got the goblin tech for you. So that's two of our items. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, next thing we're going to craft is the Rec 3000, which you need the lifeform analyzer, the radar, and the tally counter for. So what we're going to do is take a look at how you get these three items now. Okay, to get the tally meter, you actually need to collect it from a pre-hard mode dungeon. So what I did is I made a new world and waited for night to fall. And then what I recommend you do is in the starting corridor, basically fly down a bit until you sort of get mobs start spawning, and the mechanic, and then count about 37 blocks up, and what will happen is mobs will start spawning underneath you. And then basically you can use any summon, and what it'll do is as soon as mobs spawn and you can see it fly down to attack them, it'll just automatically attack them over and over again. And all I did was I played on my iPad for 5 minutes while it was killing a few enemies, and then I'd just drop down occasionally and see if a tally meter had dropped. And that's pretty much all you had to do. To get the radar, you actually had to collect them from wooden crates. So luckily you get a few of them while you're fishing, so pretty much all it was about was fishing a lot, and then basically just opening up your crates and hoping you get a get the radar as you open them. Okay, so that gives us everything we need for the Rec 3000, which just leaves the fish finder left. And all these three items come from fishing rewards. So I'm going to show you a quick tip that I've been doing to help speed up the fishing process. Okay guys, here we are at a fishing spot I've been using a lot over the last few days. And basically what it is just a surface level fishing spot. But I am using a few tricks, and you can do this too. I've got a video on creating a water generator, which is in use here. And just using 2 pumps and a timer, you can quickly fill any area and make your own fishing spots. And what I've got on top here is something I call a biome box. And basically what you can do is just with a clentaminator, I've got the required 200 blocks in there to change it to any other biome. So say I want to change it to Hallow, all I need to do is spray it. And as you can see, the background has instantly changed to Hallow. So if I fish in this pool of water now, I'm going to catch different Hallow sort of fish and things like that. See, I just got a princess fish, which is cool. And then say I needed to catch a corruption fish. I just spray it again. Yeah, so it's been a really good way to speed up the fishing process. So say the angler sends you on a quest to catch an ebon koi. You just come here, change it to, you know, corruption, and yeah, fish away. One last tip you can do too is if you've already caught a quest fish for the day, throw it on the ground and keep fishing, because you can actually catch multiple copies of the same quest fish if you don't have it in your inventory. And this can be good if the angler actually gives you the same quest again, you'll already have the fish on you. So just get like 2 or 3 of the same one perhaps. Okay, so we've made all of these 4 accessories and it's been a big job, but we've done it. So the next thing we're going to do is craft the PDA, which essentially just does everything else that those accessories did individually, but now we've got them all together, which is awesome. So we've got the timer, which is cool. It gives you a weather forecast, which is it's alright. The moon cycle one I really do like, because some NPCs only sell certain items on certain phases of the moon. First thing I'd like to show you is that the rare creatures thing is showing the nymph at the moment. And that's great when you're exploring. If you're looking for Tim or a nymph or things like that, it'll show you where they are. The next one just shows you roughly how many mobs are near you. And the next one, the kill count, I think that's kind of cool, like, because it counts from when you started the character. So it's actually kind of funny to go through and get tallies of all the mobs you've killed. It's kind of funny. The next one's kind of cool, and you can probably have competitions with your friends, a DPS meter, you know, like seeing how much damage you can dish out. And I kind of like it too, like, you know, if you're not sure which weapon's better against a boss, like actually equip a DPS meter and start whacking on it with both weapons. Speed meter, you know, test the different mounts out, see which is better, and then just position sort of things, which is actually pretty useful. That's part of the GPS. Okay, and the last thing you can do with your PDA is if you want to combine it with your magic mirror, you can turn it into the cell phone. And finally, we have everything all together. And basically, the cell phone gives you all the benefits of the PDA. However, it can't be equipped anymore as an accessory, but it can be used as a magic mirror now, which is really cool. Okay guys, thanks for watching another of our Terraria 1.3 coverage videos. Let me know in the comments what you want to see covered next. We've done the portal gun, we've done the cell phone. What else would you like to see? Maybe some of the more Moon Lord drops? Or maybe some different things like, you know, maybe some of the pre-hard mode items that have just been introduced, like the fossil armor or something like that. So let me know. Leave a like if you found this video informative and it gave you a few little tips and tricks to hunt down the accessories to get your very own cell phone, because it is an awesome item. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. We're almost at 30,000 subs, guys. That is amazing. Oh my god. I'm going to need more cookies for everyone. Alright guys, you all stay happy. I'll see you next time. This is HappyDays, signing out from the top of a candy cane. See you later. Bye. And that means that ectoplasm will be, getting farmed nicely. And you can see that was dead easy to set up that. So the mobs can cruise up the sides. The mimics can get in, which is one of the main things. Yeah, we've got lots of good loot. Oh, he's got 3,000 health! He's only got 3,000!